is Taylor. I'm a financial coach, and I want to go over why Monarch might be a really, really great option for you to be budgeting for your business. It is an incredible tool, incredible app, and a lot of my clients are using it for both their personal and their business financials. And so I want to show you what that looks like, how you can use it. Now, a big caveat here is that I am not an accountant or a bookkeeper. I normally stay solely on the personal financial side. I help people figure out their personal budget so that they can save more money and pay off some debt. So again, not a bookkeeper, not an accountant. So if there are bookkeepers watching this, I'd be super curious what your opinion is, what you think of this app. If you feel like it is a viable solution for business owners, like let us know in the comments. I've talked to a few bookkeepers about this, and they're all for it, but I'd really be curious what you guys think. So let me know in the comments. But I want to show you how you can use this for your business. So a lot of people, when they get signed up with Monarch Money, it is originally for their personal finances, and then they see that, hey, Monarch has some potential to do this for a business. And I actually think it's really, really useful for a business owner for a couple different reasons. One is, when you first go into your budget, you'll notice that there are some categories here already set up for you. And this is just pre-created categories that Monarch always sets as the defaults, but these are all changeable. So most people, when they start, they see a business section here at the bottom, and there is all of your business categories, and this is normally where it ends for business owners. And so I will say that if you have all of these things going on in your business, I don't recommend using Monarch in the same account as your personal finances. Like if you have employees, if you're using almost all these, if you have office rent, or if you are paying from your business rent to yourself, like giving yourself a reimbursement check kind of thing, if you are filing as an S Corp and you're paying yourself a regular W-2 salary and taking owner's draws, I recommend having your own Monarch account. Like for your business, like a whole separate login just for your Monarch, for your business stuff in Monarch. If you are just a single member LLC, everything that you make is either going to your business or to yourself. Like there's not really a delineation. You're not trying to retain profits. You're not trying to budget for your business necessarily, or you can, but if most of it's just going to your personal finances directly, then absolutely having both in the same login as your personals is totally fine. Up to you. As soon as you start involving like a couple, a partner, your family, and maybe it's gets a little cluttered. So I do recommend having its own login. That can be a downside for some people. YNAB is great for, YNAB, the app You Need a Budget. They do have the ability to toggle between two different budgeting apps within the same login. So two different budgets. So you can have a business budget and a personal budget all within the same login. Monarch does not do that at this time. You have to have its own login, which I don't think is a huge downside. Easy work around there. But that is just something to know as far as how you're going to set this up if you're already using Monarch for your personal finances. Now, if you are going to use Monarch for just your business, so you have your own business account, what I recommend doing is first setting up your categories. And so I want to show you some of the features that you can do and why you might consider Monarch for your business app. So first off, we have all the sources of income. So if you have multiple sources of income, maybe you have a course, maybe you have different kinds of products, or maybe you just want to pile it all into one source and you can delete the rest of these incomes, you absolutely can do that. But then the next thing is you can delete all these personal categories and instead make your own groups relevant to your business. So I went ahead and did that for you. So like, for example, you could have a payroll group, and maybe we'll just take that employee's contract that's already pre-populated right here, throw that in right there. Maybe you have your professional licenses that you have to maintain, so you can create categories for this. Create as many categories as you need to that are completely customized to you. Name them whatever you want. Maybe you have a bunch of different office expenses that you need to be maintaining. Maybe you want to be tracking cost of goods sold, so like different products and vendors and things that you have to fulfill on. You can have a list of all of your subscriptions, the tech, the IT, the all that stuff, all your marketing subscriptions or marketing services. You can keep creating categories in all these groups so that you have the ability to kind of get a good at-a-glance look at where all your money is going in your business. Now, again, you can drag and drop these that are already existing to start with, but then you can also just create your own categories. And then I recommend deleting all the ones that you don't need that are personal expenses. Just get rid of these so they don't clutter up your feed. But here's where business owners will really like this. So first off, if you go to transactions, you have the ability to attach receipts and attachments to your Monarch account. So as transactions come in, it is normally a day or so lag, though. That is the downside. You kind of have to keep your receipts and maybe do it all on a Saturday and attach all your receipts and transactions there. But the transactions feed in, you just attach the receipts or attachments, sorry, not transactions. But you can also use tags. You can explain what the transaction is, get some notes in there so that when you download all of these things and give it to your CPA, your bookkeeper, or whoever, they can see the notes next to these transactions so they know what's going on. Super, super helpful there. Now, the other thing that you need to be aware of as far as managing a budget inside your Monarch account is the ability to do some really insane in-depth reports. So these are the report feature allows you to see where you are spending the most money, maybe track trends. You can track trends within those groups that you've selected. So maybe I just want to see, how much I am spending in just the cost of goods minus my income. Maybe I just want to see cost of goods sold minus my income and see what my profit actually is. Maybe you want to also create categories for your regular paycheck and your owner's draws, so you can track how often am I taking these owner's draws, how often am I taking money from the accounts to pull from that profit, and how much during the end of the year. We can also get a report on just how much you spent on advertising and promotions, and you can see that you're spending, and there's no data in here because this is a demo account, but I'm going to show you what it looks like with groceries. But of course, this can apply to your marketing or whatever category you want to look at. But you can see the total that you spent during the time frame you've selected. You can change the dates to whatever time frame you want to look at. You can look at the change month to month. And so this gives you a really great look on trends that you can see in your business. When are you spending more on marketing? Do you see a spike in income? Because we can also look at the cash flow report here. Do we see a spike of income when we spend more on marketing? And so this report right here, this is just all of your income and showing you the trade-off of your marketing. So you can kind of watch the two. If your marketing goes up, do you see that bar graph of income going up as well? Very, very cool to see those reports. Same with employees. Maybe you just hired an employee, so you can run a report on income plus employees and wages and see what that looks like. And you can see if, hey, when you added the employee, maybe there's an expense to start, but maybe you can slowly start to see your income increasing from there. So the ability to get these beautiful charts and graphs to get answers to any question that you have about your business is awesome. You can also run reports on merchants, tags, amounts, like if you want to just see certain dollar amounts. You can run reports on just about everything on your cash flow, spending, income, and get some beautiful visuals on what that all looks like for you. One huge downside to be aware of is that this does not help you track transaction processing fees. So if you're using Stripe or PayPal or any of those processors and they take their fee out before you deposit it into their business account, then you're not going to see those transaction fees. So in that way, it does not fully replace a bookkeeping software, because you do still need to make sure you get that info from your payment processor at the end of the year when you go file your taxes and you're getting all your deductions. Make sure you get those payroll processing fees, because Monarch will not have them. The other downside is that the reports is not really PDFable or very visually appealing. The only way to get this info to your accountant is to either make your accountant have a login for Monarch Money. You can add financial advisors or financial professionals that have access to Monarch Money. So your bookkeeper and your accountant, you can get them converted, and they could have full access to this, so they can run any of the reports they need, or you download the CSV files. When you download the CSV files, it will come with all your tags, your notes, I don't think it'll come with the attachments though, so that is also a downside, like the picture attachments. I'll have to test that. I don't think it does though. If you know if it does, let me know in the comments. I'd be super curious. And then it shows you, of course, the categories too. So if you download your CSV for the year, your accountant can run the reports they need through with Excel, doing the filtering with Excel if they have any knowledge of Excel or the CSV. And that's how you can get this information to your accountant. Cross-reference it with, okay, again, the income that you're getting from your payment processors. Make sure everything's being categorized correctly, because that is an area where it really makes sense for you to make sure that you're categorizing everything as accurately as possible, especially if you're planning to use it for taxes. But some other great features is that you do have the ability to see all of your accounts. So if you need to be able to see all of your business accounts, all of the credit cards related to your business, you can see them all here. Watch that business profit going up if you're growing money in the business account, or if you're just paying it out, you probably won't really be bothered by that. But you can't separate your business from personal in this dashboard. So if you have your business in here, it's all going to be like all your in this cash section. It's all of your checking accounts in your business and personal. So that's why, again, if you have a lot going on in both your personal and business life, just separate them, create your own login so that you just have a dashboard for just your business finances. You have this ability to see recurring calendars, so you can keep track of when those recurring bills in your business comes out. You can have goals if you're trying to save for a specific thing in your business. You can track that here as well. And then, of course, this is a budgeting app, so you can obviously see and start planning your cash flow. So if you know your business is making $100,000 a month, you can start making sure that everything that is going on in your business, so like payroll, licenses, office expenses, all of these things, there is a good enough budget, and you can make sure that you're going to be able to afford all these things. So when you're trying to make decisions on who to hire, how to hire, what to outsource, if you have enough money for marketing expenses, you can play with this budget, kind of run some scenarios and see what that looks like on a monthly basis or even a yearly basis. You can also look at the forecasting features here and type in your forecast for if you want to look at a specific month and what that looks like. You can look at this at a yearly level as well if you have some bigger projections that you're trying to maintain and look at. It can be really fun to play around with and watching that growth. But the budgeting feature can get a little complex in the sense that, like, you really do need to understand your personal, your business finances, and Monarch helps you do that. Monarch helps you by giving you amazing reports to see what's actually going on, what is recurring, what's not recurring, what are fixed expenses, really sort that all out, being able to see total income and expenses, just amazing features here. So that is the bulk of Monarch as a business budgeting tool. Again, it does not, I think, replace your bookkeeping software necessarily because of those transaction fees that are missing, but also there's also just great tax benefits as far as or not tax benefits, but like tax projections and readouts when you're using things like QuickBooks. And there are other options. I mean, I'd love to do a comparison on YNAB, QuickBooks, and other ways to budget for your business. If you're interested, let me know in the comments if this is something that you want to see more comparisons of different apps to use. I can show you what my clients are using for their businesses, and we can run some comparisons there. So if you are trying to run a personal budget with a business that you have, maybe it's a small business, LLC, anything like that, I really encourage you to sign up for the workshops. The link is in the description in the video. You'll get an email about the workshop coming up. It is coming up very quickly, so make sure you sign up for that. Get signed up. It is not going to be an every month thing. This is potentially a one-time thing. Maybe we'll do some ongoing on a quarterly or somewhat basis, but we'll decide that. So make sure you get signed up for this one because we are going to go over how to create a budget, and we will include what to do when you have inconsistent income, when you are budgeting for your business, and how to manage the business finances as well as the personal finances in the same app at the same time, on the strategies that go with that. So please make sure you sign up for the newsletter. Let me know if you have any questions, if anything was confusing, or if you want to see more related to using Monarch for your business. I would love to do that. So many of my clients that I help as a financial coach, we do go through a lot of their business financials so that they can figure out how much they can pay themselves from their business. So you can pay yourself a consistent salary. You can slow down or take more consistent owner's draws from the business, and make sure you're also setting enough money for taxes and your quarterly tax estimates, like all those important things that you need to do when you're running your business. We do touch on because it does affect your personal finances. So make sure you're subscribing for more videos on how to use this for your business as I go into different comparison videos and more in-depth tutorials in Monarch on how to set this up for your business. That's definitely coming, as long as you guys are leaving me comments and letting me know this is what you want to see. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. And I look forward to putting more videos about how to use Monarch for your business.